Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of my Hytale Let's Play. As you saw from the little intro clip, I just can't get over how we don't have cows in here. You've seen over the last couple episodes all my different attempts on how I could get some of the adult cows to come inside here, and every attempt I've made has failed. I've tried scaring them into the pen, I've tried leading them with the wheat or other preferred items for the cows to get them to follow me, and they wouldn't. I even tried building a little corral all the way out to there where the cows were in episode 3, but suddenly the cows that were out there vanished, and so the nearest cows wouldn't be for miles from here, and so that corral method is definitely not going to work. I had basically all but given up, but today I have discovered a new method on how we could get the cows into this pen, and I'm excited to show you the secret. It's been staring us in the face this whole time. Before we go and get our adult cows into here, let's go ahead and give this pen a little update. They're cows. There's gonna be a little bit of dirt and some mud in here as well. You know, that one looks a little bit more like manure. This is kind of like maybe this is where you would lead the cow if you wanted to milk it. Now we're going to plant some saplings in the back just to provide some natural shade. Now, our horse died somehow, and I'm not really sure what she could have done. She always hung out in this corner. Maybe she could climb this light. You know, I'm not taking any risks with the cows because they're a little taller like the horses. So let's go ahead and just, for now, take those lights and we're going to put them on the ground. I'm sure you're wondering what the genius method is that we're going to use to get the cows in this pen. Now, a lot of you might be just saying, download a mod. There's lots of mods. There's mods for breeding animals or mods for putting bigger animals into the capture crate. And while I do appreciate the mods, I'm planning on not using mods. If there's something in the future that is necessary for like video editing help, or, you know, I might consider a mod. But as far as just game mechanics, I'm not really too interested in modding right now. Besides, I've discovered a way that works in-game right now without adding any mods. And we've actually seen it demonstrated before. At the end of episode 3, when we traveled to the volcanic island thing, one of the enemies walked back through our portal and teleported back to our place. This is the secret. We just have to put a portal in here. We're going to name it the cow pen. We'll save that. It's not warped to any location because I don't want the cows to go anywhere from here. But if I then go and let's say I've walked a ways away and I've found myself a cow, I could set up this warp thing. Success. And we'll warp it to cowpen. And if we get the cow to follow and teleport through here, they're in the pen and they can't go back because this portal is not linked up. And so all we have to do now is take this portal with us as we go out and venture to find ourselves some cows. We could do the same thing with pigs if we would like to get an adult pig in here. So we'll just temporarily set one here and we'll say pig pen and save the changes. And let's go ahead and be prepared in case we come across a horse as well. And we'll say horse pen. Perfect. Now, because you can set these portals to warp to wherever you want and they're not actually tied with a partner pair or anything like that, this means we don't need our portal room to have 3 portals. Because that is honestly a lot of portals being shown above our house. So we're going to at some point change this room to just have 1 portal, and we'll fix it up to look a little nicer and get rid of this kind of hidden basement thing. We'll walk into this cave and it'll probably stay the front and center one. But before we leave on our hunt for animals, there's one last thing I would like to do. Alright everyone, we completed our project before we go and find our animals. So, as I've mentioned before, I need a lot of wool to be able to make some of the stuff for our mega build. So this is going to be our wool farm. So we're going to set up a teleporter in here. So that way, whenever we go out, if we find sheep, we're going to send them here. And then eventually we'll get them into their little spots here and we'll put a fence gate up. Now, let's go and find our animals. Okay guys, we found our first cow. And look at that. If we come through, now we have a cow. And we're just going to repeat this for all the animals that we're looking for. Guys, I have to admit something. Teleported a child to my base. But I don't actually see the child. Does that mean instead of teleporting a child, I killed a child? I mean, yeah, it must not have worked, you know? Yeah, for all I know, the child is safe and sound in this here village still. Quickly. Warp home. Does he reappear? Oh, he does. If he gets too far from home, he just reappears back here. Dang it. I was really hoping that this method would work for these guys too, because I wanted to see if there was any way I could teleport the traders so I could make them kind of own stalls closer by me. So then I could buy, their goodies and stuff a lot easier. But I guess it doesn't work, so that's alright. Let's go back to looking for our animals. While you watch me chase these sheep through the portal, I want to take a moment to share my purpose with this channel. I want this to not only be a space for gaming, but a space for grace as well. See, the word grace is both my name and my goal for the channel. As a Christian, I believe everything we do should be done for God. Colossians 3:23-24 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working to the Lord, not for human masters. Since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." This verse can apply to your job and what you do for a living, meaning that complaining about your job is also like complaining against the Lord. Instead of complaining, no matter what the job, we should count it all joy because we get to work unto the Lord. But I know that's easier said than done. But this verse also applies to everything else that we do. So do your best because you serve God, and do everything you do to the glory of the one who made you. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So it is my plan with my channel that each episode I would have a short devotion that I share to bring God into everything that I am doing here. And if there's any verses that you ever want to go back and check, I'll always link them down in the description below. While we were out looking for sheep, we found this. I haven't seen one of these villages inside a swamp yet. These cloth are expensive. What is this? Green mushroom block? I mean, I'm so sorry, but you're home. I just wanted to help you clear the mushroom infestation. That's all. There are people up here, all the way at the very top. Some crazy guy down below was, destroying your house, but I stopped him. He's never gonna believe me if I do it right in front of his face. It'd be interesting if they were somehow linked to their bed, and if you took the right bed, they would come with you home. I don't know, but I want them. They're cute. I want them at my house. Ooh, boats. Now, I know they don't work yet, but they're so cool. Oh no. I don't have any food on me. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the stuff I took. Alright everyone, I think that's enough searching for animals for today. We found quite a lot. We didn't end up finding a horse, but we got our pigs and we got our cows, and we have lots of sheep. We're going to go look at the sheep in just a minute. But look, here is our cows, and I'm certain we had 2 pigs, but maybe something happened to the other one. I was certain we had more than 4. I put at least like 8 through. Interesting. Cool. All right. Well, we have 4 guys. That's not nearly enough. We're definitely going to have to get more. It seems our one adult sheep from the pen is missing too. The next thing we're going to work on is actually going to be our little flower garden here. Okay, so we have a circle pen in here now, and we're going to go ahead and carve out our pathways. They're just going to be straight in alignment with all of these gates, and then we'll make little sections for our flowers through here, and then we'll also make the path go all the way around in a circle here. Okay, so you can see one full version of the pattern over here. The purples align the gates like that, and the yellows as well. It's like we're missing some of the hydrangeas and the pink allium over here, and then some yellow orchids in the back. This one's almost completed. I just need a different unique kind of flower that I could put in here. I've used up all the uniques over here. And so then whatever that unique one is will go in here as well. And we're missing a little bit more of these purple ones to fill in this space here to the adventure. Now this adventure is a little bit different than normal. Let's go clear our inventory first though. These things take us to different places. If we put them in a teleport, specifically the ancient gateway, it'll take us to some other instance instead. And I believe this one is going to take us to a dangerous one, but one where we can farm void essence and void hearts. We'll go ahead and put this here for now. Okay, yes, so we've got 7 minutes to explore, and then there's going to be 3 minutes of the void breach, and so some animal's going to come out to try to attack us, and we will see what happens. Something's glowing purple over here. Yeah, either there's not a ton of structures or I am not good at looking. When that timer runs out, we want full health. I think we're running out of time here anyways. I'm going to switch to my shield. And yes, it's a little bit darker, but hopefully we can play out here in the light. Okay, we killed that guy, which is nice. Three of them? Okay, just like that, we got one void heart and we got 52 void essence out of that, and a little bit of some leather, not so much of other stuff. We were really just going there for an easy way to harvest lots of these though, because we've got a lot of upgrades that need it. I've tried to go fight some of those mobs at nighttime, and I find some here or there, but I really don't find too many. It's a good thing it ended when it did, though. Our sword's nearly broken. Alright, everyone. So we got our apple orchard going now. It's really small for a little bit. It costs a lot of the essence of life. And so we might expand it further that way and this way as time goes on. But I think it's really good for right now. And it looks really pretty right here at this angle. In the future, I think I'm going to put a custom tree right here. And I'm thinking about putting like a hanging swing on it over by the water as well, just for fun. And we have fish. Some fish spawned in our pond. Oh, well, that's cool. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. We did a lot of work with our flower garden and our apple orchard, as well as getting our Highland cows finally, and all of the sheep downstairs as well. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Bye!